Hi, it's Peter. Hope you're all doing well. It's the 24th of September. I think autumn's here now. And the apples are ripening on the trees and hornbeams are starting to turn brown. And I thought today I'd better take the Apivar strips out of the colonies. They've been in the colonies now for 8 weeks. First colony, I'm going to overwinter this one on a brood and a half. Got the brood box on the top and the super underneath. Nice lot of bees in here. Yeah, nice lot of bees in here. I put 2 strips in here, so I'll take these out. Don't propose to open up this box. I think I'll just leave them as they are. I'll just try hefting the box. Yeah, it's pretty heavy, so I think they've got enough stores to keep them going. The next colony, again I'm going to run this as a brood and a half over the winter. Nice lot of bees in the top box. Looks like I just had the one Apivar strip here, which I'll take out. Just feel the weight of this box. Oh, that's very heavy, yeah. So I don't think I need any more feed. I think they'll be fine like that over the winter. So the roof has got insulation on it, so I think that'll keep them nice and cosy. And WBC, I've still got the super on the top. You can see I've still got the queen excluder on, so I should take the excluder off. I think I'll leave the super on the top, and obviously this is going to be contaminated with the Apivar, so in the spring I'll either have to get rid of the honey in the super, or perhaps just put the super underneath the brood box and the bees can bring the honey up. So I'll make sure I don't actually eat any of this honey. Now this is the brood box. Now I've got 2 strips on here which I'll remove. Well properised in, I have to ease those out. I must admit that didn't work out particularly well because I haven't got Wellington boots on today. I thought I'd just wear some short boots. Got the socks, and unfortunately bees got me on the ankles. So that's where the bees got me. So in future I'll wear Wellington boots, I think. But also a bit of excitement on the next colony. This one's a brood and a half. I've got 2 strips on here. I'll take off. One off. I know some beekeepers leave the excluders on, some take them off, but I think I'll take this one off. Yeah, they seem to be doing alright. Make sure the queen's not on the top. I think I'll put just a bit of insulation directly on top of here. So I'll possibly do the oxalic acid treatment in I think possibly December. That's a nice little colony. Just feel the weight of that. Oh yeah, it's got a nice lot of weight to that one. So I'll possibly do the oxalic acid treatment in I think possibly December. And this nuke again was made up in the spring. It's just a single panes brew box. I have got a sort of a neck on top, so I did give these ones a bit of food. I'll take this off, but I propose to overwinter this one just on the single brood. It's got a nice weight to it, so I think there's enough stores there to keep going over winter. I've taken the feeder off and there's a bit of mess at the top of this, so I think I'm going to sort of just try and clear this burr comb off and the varroa strips underneath that. Just give it a puff of smoke and all the bees gone down, so it'll be quite easy to scrape this burr comb off, I think. And this next colony is on a brood and a half. Had 2 strips on this one. First strip out. They seem to be doing alright. Just feel the weight of this. Oh yeah, that's quite heavy. Again, I think I'll take this excluder off as well and put some insulation on the top. This next nuke's just in a single Payne's poly. Nice easy one this, just with a single strip. So I'll just take this cover off. Yeah, doing nicely. And just carefully get this strip out. There's a nice weight to this one. This is a modified Payne's, so it can take 8 brood frames. That seems to work quite well with the nukes I've done. Perhaps I'll stick with this system next year. This next nuke, there were so many bees in here, I decided to leave a super on, which has made it a bit tricky. Yeah, and that's the super off. And there's the main brood area. A couple of strips in here. I'll take the strips out and I think I'll just put the super back on top and then try and sort this out in the spring. But they're looking quite happy anyway. I think next year I'm going to sort of try and make sure that any super frames are off all my colonies, and the only frames I'll have will be brood frames. It'll keep things a bit easier that way. And because it's such a big colony, I suspect those bees will move up. So by spring, assuming they've sort of got through the winter, I guess the brood will be at the top in the super frames, which won't be ideal. I think with hindsight I would have been better off, rather than having a super on here, to have a brood extension. Then I could have had brood frames in the top. Anyway, you live and learn. Just got one more colony to do, which is that one's got 2 strips on, and that's me done. Anyway, thanks for viewing. Sorry it's a bit of a long-winded video, but at least that's all the strips off, and I'll possibly do the oxalic acid treatment in the about December or so. Yeah, apart from getting stung on my feet today, it all went quite well. But as I say, I think I'll do things slightly differently next year. It's a bit of a mess having supers on these colonies. But as I say, I took the honey off quite early in the year, and there were just so many bees in the boxes that I thought, well, I better leave some supers on to give them a bit of additional space. But obviously using the strips, that'll cause contamination in those super frames, so I'm going to have a little bit of a sort out in the spring. Anyway, thanks for viewing, thanks for subscribing. If you've got any comments or suggestions, give us a shout. If not, I'll possibly see you in the spring. Bye now. And this is the last colony. I've got the brew box with the super underneath. Nice lot of bees here. And I need to take the strips out of this one.